Hiya guys, right, at our allotment recently we have had an enormous glut of blackcurrants. So we've been scratching our heads of how we can use them. One of the things we've come up with, a recipe that we've found, is blackcurrant sorbet. So it's really easy this as well. Right, I'm not going to spend hours and hours taking all the little tails off each blackcurrant plant. Life's too short, so what we're going to do is I'm going to throw them in exactly as they are, right? Because ultimately all this is going to get wazzed up by a handheld liquidizer thing, like a blender. So long as, so long as you've not got any big leaves in like that, obviously get rid of them. I'll just have a quick little check. You don't want the leaves in, but the little tails on each fruit, they're fine, leave them. Because once it gets wazzed up, we're then going to push it through a sieve. So, however many blackcurrants you have, I'm not going to give you a weight for the blackcurrants, right? The more blackcurrants you have, the stronger the flavour will be, and also you'll get a bit more juice out of it. I'm just going to mash these up a little, get some of the juice out and the colour from the skin. Mash. Right. Now we're going to turn the heat on. I'm going to add half a bag of sugar. It's a kilogram bag, so you do the maths what half is. Half a bag of sugar. Again, right, this isn't exact. If you think, oh God, that's a bit too much sugar for us, we won't have any teeth left. Don't use as much sugar. I've got half a lemon here. I'm going to squeeze the juice in. You can use a full lemon if you wanted to. It just so happens we had half a lemon in the fridge. So, might as well use it up. Really get that juice out. Give it a right good do. Yeah. Done. Right, next thing I'm going to add, it will have an effect on how it freezes. It's liquid glucose, and when we've made homemade ice cream, I know this is a sorbet, but when it gets like, they both end up in the freezer. When we've done this with ice cream, what it does is the sugar content in it, it does something to the way it freezes, and it stops it freezing as a solid hard block of ice. This will keep it a certain element of mushiness, if that makes sense, which is what you want from a sorbet. You want it to be a little bit mushy. Right. Another thing to add is 500 millilitres of water. As it's on the heat, just give it a bit of a stir. Make sure that sugar's dissolved, and you see the juice is starting to come out of the berries, the liquids going a wonderful deep purple colour. So we'll let that boil up. Bubbling away nicely now. We're going to let it boil just for a couple of minutes so that there's enough heat for all the skins of the fruit to burst and all the goodness to come out from them. So just let that boil for a minute or two. I've turned the heat right down now, and I'm going to let it simmer just for a few more minutes. So once it's cooled down, it's all going to go in the blender. I did want to use the handheld one, but to be honest, it doesn't belong to us. It belongs to my wife's sister, and I think she's cottoned on that we keep stealing it, so she's took it back. So we haven't got the handheld one, so I'm going to have to use my blender. They're just convenient, aren't they, the handheld ones? Right, just going to wazz that up. So then pour it through a sieve into the container you're going to be freezing the sorbet in. And the sieve stops all the mush going in. And you can help it by just teasing it through with the back of a spoon. Once that's properly cooled down, it goes into a freezer And then 2 or 3 times every few hours, go to it, take the lid off, and you'll notice around the edges it started to freeze. That mushy stuff where it started to freeze, fold it in, just mix it all through. Do that 2 or 3 times. So it's a good idea to start this off in the morning, and then you're not having to stay up till 3 or 4 in the morning to do that. And that will freeze nicely. It won't freeze into a solid hard block of ice that you can't cut into. It'll keep a mushiness about it. So that's how I make blackcurrant sorbet.